Welcome back, guys, to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, where we're about to finish another map with a strike from Marcia after she chased down the boss magnificently. She ended up not getting the kill because Rolf with a Rolf cannon could do 38 damage and completely destroy him. Bolt axe now gained. We just look to finish up the map and we just need one attack to do it, but I'll move Volk up just a second here just to claim that awe-inspiring experience that we can always get off the healers. Any experience is good experience, as we just look to finish up the map. So with that said, for example, Titania can move up, get another heal on here, and now it's time to kill. The Sword and that don't get bad experience from healing. It's not like, well, the last game we played where it was 5 experience cut from 11 the last time. It was horrible. Alright, a Silver Lance will be able to do this one then. Well, we can believe, or we can just use the Pegasus Horn to take him out. Now, let's go with the Silver Lance. 17% chance to miss. But we trust in Marcia, the Dodge Queen. Don't know why she's got the full guard when she can dodge mostly everything, but that's not the point. That completes the route. We've climbed every mountain. And now what's happening? Is this the lot of them? It looked like there were more of them from down there. It was just horrible positioning, and again! Now we've got you! Eat rock! Ha! Eat rock! I'm pretty clever! Eek! Above us! Look out! Well, that was easy. Need a hand? Tibarn, you came. Well met, Rayson. And well met to the rest of you as well, warriors of Crimea. How did you come to be here? I thought I'd help you wipe out Dane. That's good news for us, but has something happened? Why did you suddenly decide to help? I asked for his aid. Indeed you did. Why, thank you, whoever you did. Why did you ask? We were completely fine. We must defeat King Dane. To that end, the more powerful we are, the better, yes? So that's the story, is it? It's true that Rayson requested my aid. However, that's not the only reason that I'm here. Huh? What is it? In a moment. First, let us meet with the King of Lions. He waits for us at the foot of the mountain. Understood. Come on, everyone. Let's get off this peak and take a rest at the bottom. And so all the royalty seems to be gathering. King Cornelius, it's an honor to see you again. First, let me offer you my congratulations. You've made quite the triumphant return, Princess Alicia. Thank you. Allow me to express my gratitude for having the Kingdom of Gallia fighting at our side. Your presence fills me with strength. During this short interim, you've managed to turn the tide of the war. To be honest, I'm quite surprised. I didn't come this far on my own. My Lord Ike and his brave companions were with me. It was only with the support of many that I was able to return home. Yes, my reports cover most of that. Everything that happened in Begnion, and in Dane as well. As to that, about in the city... King Gallia, Princess Crimea! I apologize for interrupting the festivities. There's something I must discuss with you. Would you gather over there? This group contains the people who were at the heart of that last battle, correct? Yes, it is. What about those 2 children? Surely they weren't involved. Children? This is Soren. He's my tactician. And this is my sister, Mist. Before we begin this war council, there's something I need to share with all of you. It's a story that involves my parents as well. I've kept most of it from my sister, but I felt this would be a good chance for her to hear it, so I asked her to join us. Understood. Go on. It all begins when we met Princess Alicia and escorted her into the forests of Gallia. And that is everything I know. Whoa, that's a fast flash forward. Father, is that how... Mum, that's not true, is it? Mist, do you want to leave? No, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. Mist. That's the whole of it, eh? So this wasn't ever just a dispute between Crimea and Dane. There was something else at play the entire time. What could King Ashnar's ultimate goal possibly be? He has risked everything, even surrendering his own country. 20 years ago, even before he became king, he tried to release the Dark God from within the medallion. However, he was thwarted by the actions of Griel and Elena. What manner of being is this Dark God? What would happen if it were freed from its prison? I fear the world would once again be beset by natural calamity, much like it was 800 years ago. At that time, all the world save Teleus was drowned beneath the seas. That is a true story? I thought it nothing more than a fable. We have living proof. Goldoa's King Degensia. He and 2 other heroes fought alongside the goddess herself to defeat the Dark One. King Goldoa was one of the legendary heroes? But he's still alive. The Black Dragon King is a living fossil, and as stubborn as anything alive. He's been trying to control the rest of us for years, and he always says the same thing. Do not fan the flames of strife. As long as Leiran's medallion exists, he must never begin a war that engulfs the entire continent. Never begin a war? It's possible. Perhaps there is more than one way for the Dark God to gain its freedom. Oh-ho! Aren't you the clever one? That's just what the Black Dragon King says, yet the truth of that is unknown. There's a war going on right now, but the Dark God's nowhere in sight, is it? Could it be? I think I may finally know Ashnar's intentions. Really? King Goldoa said that a conflict which engulfs the entire continent would free the Dark God from the medallion. Let us assume that the war would have such an effect on the medallion no matter where it was, or who possessed it. And let's also assume that the King of Dane thinks this as well. I can hear him now. Where is the tinder for the blaze I need? The answer to this question proved to be an easy one, yet he had to find a way to test his theory. So he attacked neighbouring Crimea. It had to be Crimea. Begnium was too big, too powerful. Dane would have lost. Crimea, however, is a country known more for its scholarship than its military strength. Dane probably felt that a surprise invasion would let them win while taking minimal casualties themselves, and they were right. Crimea was easy prey. King Lermon was also friendly toward Laguz. I imagine that this, too, influenced Dane's decision. If things went well, the conflict would be enough to engulf Crimea's ally, Gallia, and the fires would spread. First Crimea, then Gallia, and eventually Begnion as well. Dane's power would increase, and strife and discord would spread across the land, eventually reaching the lost medallion. So you believe King Dane's goal is to awaken the Dark God after all? At the very least, it is one of his ambitions. There can be no mistaking that. Which means that our plan to attack him at the capital fits right into his strategy, doesn't it? It's the trigger he needs to break the Dark God's bonds. Even if that's true, we can't stop now. This war's gone too far for that. We have to smash Dane to end its menace once and for all. We bury every one of them and finish it. Agreed. That's the only plan that makes any sense. If only we had the medallion with us. What is it, Rayson? Is there a way to avoid all of this? That is, the descendants of Leiran, we have a gift. Through the power of the Slumber Gulder, we have the ability to suppress the chaotic energies of the Dark God in the medallion. So even if a massive battle occurred, if it were in my possession, I might be able to... I'm so sorry. It's because my carelessness that the medallion was lost in the first place. Mist, I told you that it wasn't your fault, didn't I? But... You were never careless, Mist. I know. You kept the medallion next to you at all times. You told me it was a keepsake of your mother's, and you always took good care of it, didn't you? That's why it's not your fault, so please don't punish yourself anymore, alright? Princess Alincia. She's right, and besides, Dark God could be released no matter where the medallion is, so it's nothing to worry about. Thank you, Ranulf. Alright, it's about time for you to hear what I have to say. Rayson! Yes? I'm sorry. Huh? For what? Leanne's been kidnapped. It may have been by Dane's hand. That can't be. Why would Leanne be taken? The released Golder can only be sung by the girl Altina, right? But Ashnard doesn't know that. Oh no. What a mess. Nothing can ever be clear and simple, can it? And so the ending of the game is really afoot now. The plot spirals towards its natural conclusion as we move onwards to our next chapter. In a valley amidst the Malhut range, Ike and company are reunited with King Knigas of Gallia. King Tibarn of Phoenicians also arrives and brings with him a disturbing tale. His words serve notice. There is no time to waste. The final showdown with Ashnard is coming. Between the forces King Knigas grants them before returning home, and the soldiers King Tibarn brings, the Crimean army possesses 3 times the fighting power that it did when it left Begnion. Even so, the Dane forces encamped in the capital are strong, rested, and comparable in number. In addition, the road to the final confrontation is blocked by 2 formidable obstacles: Fort Pinel and Nados Castle. How these 2 tests are faced will mightily affect the course of the war. So begins Chapter 26, Clash. I see. So Crimea and Gallia have finally joined forces, have they? Half-breeds and humans fighting side by side? How sweet. In addition, it seems the incident with the Heron Princess has brought more Phoenicians to the struggle as well. Oh? The Hawk King is getting involved, eh? Which means that the Crimean's army's strength of arms is all but equal to our own, and growing daily. Of course, this pathetic ragged band is still no match for our superior leadership and skill. Things are getting interesting, are they not? But I'm still unsatisfied. Divide our army into 2 battalions and send 1 to meet the Crimeans. And who will be in charge of that battalion? Bertram. Bertram? Does that bother you? Well then, perhaps I should leave it to you and see what happens. Do you believe I would betray you? I believe your heart has considered it. Surely you jest. I will divide our forces and see that they march to meet Crimea under Bertram's command. Is this satisfactory? I leave it to you, good Sir Knight. One other thing, your majesty. In my absence, did you order the death of Enna? 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 Oh yes, her. I'd forgotten about that one. I lost all interest in her when she failed to hold Dane's capital, you know. No use for failures. Yes, I remember it now. I ordered General Petrine to take care of her. Ha! Another failure under my command. I told Petrine that if the task was beyond her, capturing Enna would be enough. I see. Why do you ask? According to one of General Petrine's men, they have indeed captured Enna. But with the general's death, they're unsure what to do with her. That was one of Petrine's better qualities. She always did follow orders. Well, what do you intend to do? I wish to receive your instructions. Do you still wish to see her killed? Or have you changed your mind? Do as you will. I care not. However, do not bring her into my presence. When that one is near, Rajeon seems to grow restless. As you wish. Everyone seems to be here. Go ahead, Soren. You can begin now. Very well. Please look at this map. The current position of our army is here in the Mount Hood range. Between us and the capital there are 2 large outposts of enemy troops, Fort Pinel and Nados Castle. Both holes were built to guardian our fair land. Okay, just to guard I'd say, but now Dane rules them both, and those of us. With rations set, they could hold out a year. Say what you will of Dane and her foul plans, one must admire her skill in things of war. Come now, Bastion, why would you praise our foe? I do bespeak the mean of it, sir. The truth is harsh, but lies would be worse still. Will you two please shut up? Please! Sheesh! Pinel and Nados are fairly close to one another. I doubt they would expect us to attack both at once, but that seems to be a waste of our strength, and we don't want to get ambushed from the rear while attacking. We cannot divide our army, but we could send a small force to attack the base with weaker defenses and keep it occupied. At the same time, the main army can focus on the other one and conquer it. I see. So, which one has more soldiers? That would be Fort Pinel. Very well, then the main army will lead an assault on Fort Pinel. Meanwhile, I'll take my army and a unit or so of Garleans and set out for Castle Nados. We'll launch an attack, and when they come out to meet us, we'll retreat, then we'll attack again! It will keep them busy. That should give us the time we need. We'll take care of our front by day's end. Let's go capture a fort! It's settled then. Ike, I'd like to report the results of our last battle. Of course, you couldn't have done it in the tent though. Right, Rolf is the MVP. We're a new ally of Largo. We have spent a little bit. We still have a fair bit of cash left. We gained 510 bonus experience as well. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. By your leave, I'll excuse myself. As the basing begins once again. So what options do we have here? Well, we have info with Soldier and we have talk with Tibarn. We probably have no supports of note, you'd say, but we actually have managed to get the rank up with Marcia here in the meantime. We could get the C rank with Olki whenever we want as well, just to have it. But to be honest, I'd say we go with the Marcia A rank with Rolf at this point in time, don't you? Let's make that happen. A relationship, maybe? I don't think so, but still, let's talk. You landed every one of your shots. Hitting the target isn't good enough. My instructor once told me that I should be able to strike the gaps between armor plates. That's nearly impossible, but maybe you'll be that good one day. I think he's that good now. Hold on, Rolf, let me see your hands. My hands? Oh, Barnacles, your hands are covered with blisters and you're bleeding. Why are you still practicing like this? What's wrong with you? It hurt at first, but my hands went numb after a while, so I just kept plucking arrows out of my quiver. Holy crow, Rolf. You're tough, I'll give you that. Hold still. I know I have a vulnerary around here. There, found it. This may sting a little. Thank you. Ouch! Hey, that hurts. That's nothing for a deadly mercenary like you, right, Rolf? A deadly mercenary? You really think so? Yes, and it's not just your bowmanship. You're quite tenacious. You're so focused on hitting your target that you don't even feel pain. Few people are that determined. Is that why he's got a high defense? He just stands there and goes, well, you can hit me now. I'm just going to take a step away and just pwn you with a Rolf cannon. Does that mean I'll be able to make a difference? Will I be able to protect them when they're in danger? I'll tell you one thing. The enemy better stay out of your bow shot, or you'll turn him into a porcupine. Thanks, Marcia. I promise to protect you too. Rolf, I'll look out for you too. Why... oh, nuts. Did you have to grow up so fast? Indeed. It seems like maybe Marcia's kind of got a little bit of, like, niceness towards him in terms of that. Well, our bonus experience keeps plunging up ever higher. So we have the choice of plunging it into someone later on. But for now, we still look to outfit and get back to more battling, making sure everyone is nicely sorted for the future. So tune in next time for more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. As we've outfitted our troops, we'll get talking in our info and move on to another battle. See you then. Bye-bye.